Hello everyone, Space Oyster here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. In the last episode, we obtained the final Esper, Zodiac, and in this episode, we'll be tackling a bonus boss, the Hell Wyrm. Anyway, to start to be able to go after the Hell Wyrm, you first need to complete the hunt, get my stuff back, the one where the Viera Huntress lost her stuff to a giant worm thingy and we had to go hunt it down with her. Anyway, in this episode, we'll be, like I said, going after the Hell Wyrm. You start by going to windmill number 10 in the same area and activating it. And then, let's see, this guy will start talking to us. Nice to see you again, Kupo. Got us working on the mills this time. I've been working on windmill number 10, Kupo. Trouble is, I've pretty much finished my work, but the mill still won't start. Maybe there's something jamming one of the cogs. Who's been making all that noise? Kupopo! You shouldn't sneak up on people like that. And what exactly are you doing up there in the first place, Kupo? I'm observing. A natural philosopher must always observe. I came here to observe a rare breed of worm called the Viral. The top of this windmill seemed like the perfect spot for my observations, but I suppose I must have dozed off. Small wonder my work on the windmill met with so little success. You were more than dozing up there, Kupo. I'd say you were hibernating. These people slew your Viral while you were sound asleep, Kupo. I saw the whole thing. What's this? You killed the Viral? How long I searched for it, only to fall asleep when it finally appeared. The years must be catching up with me. How could I let this happen? Maybe I'm getting too old for this. Just a moment. What's that you have there? Could it be? A Viral scale, and who better in all of Evil East to recognize it for the treasure it is than I? Please, I must have that dragon scale. Yeah, sure, I can't do anything with it. Thank you so much. My life's work is complete. I shall treasure this for the rest of my days. I must give you something by way of thanks. Here, take this. It is a key said to open the door to a chamber holding a most terrible worm. The age-worn key. The legendary makes mention of the worm's ferocity, but not its whereabouts. Typo. I'm sure one who could find and slay a Viral will have no difficulty finding and slaying this worm. Pray let it be a glorious battle. Farewell. Alright, and now we're gonna be kicking name. First, let's make our way back to Balfenheim. So, things got a little complicated. I tried to record this episode, but my computer crashed mid-recording, and I forgot to save after getting Zodiac. Fortunately, though, this game auto-saves, so I just reloaded that auto-save and continued from there. So, thankfully no progress loss, but that was nearly bad. I really need to get a stronger computer, but it'll have to wait. Money's tight. That new Dark Souls is coming out on, the Dark Souls remaster is coming out, and I want it on Switch, and yada yada. I've also been playing a lot more Mass Effect Andromeda lately. Yeah, I know it's not the greatest game out there, but I just can't help but get entranced. I should post a whole video on it. Like, I don't think I can do it as a Let's Play. I doubt too many people would really be interested in watching Mass Effect Andromeda. But I could do a shorter thing that would go over what I like about it and why I'm so less negative towards it. Something to consider. Anyway, I guess I'll meet you guys back at the Sochin Cave Palace, which is where we need to go to use that age-worn key. Alright, so I'll see you guys there. Alright, and we're here. So next, we're going to activate the lift. Skip the cutscene. I should double check to make sure the ladies don't need to swap out. No, everyone's 71. Anyway, the Hell Wyrm, despite the fact that I'm tackling at level 70-ish, you can actually go after it a lot sooner than that. I think it's viable within the level 55-ish range. Anyway, before I forget, I'm gonna show off Zodiac. It'll just be a really quick one, because I had summoned him when I was trying to record earlier, and the recording didn't go through. So this will just be a quick demonstration of what the final Esper can do. And look at him, he's just so cute. Yeah, he mainly attacks with that Banish Ray, which seems to attack up to 3 times. And he comes with some self-buffs. Let's see here. Yeah, Protect, Shell, Haste, Faith, and Libra. So Banish Ray is most likely some sort of spell. Alright, I forgot I should change Fran's equipment from that bomb, the hand bomb, back to our usual stuff. I'm just so forgetful lately. Alright, and then let's go ahead and let him use his limit break on this guy up here. Yeah, Zodiac's got the prettiest limit break, in my opinion. Ultima's is the funniest, though. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to try and use Zodiac often. I've never gotten him before. Well, except for last time I played through the game. So I've really only had him once before. Anyway, in order to get to the Hell Wyrm, you need to go into this room. And once it loads in, yeah, this room here, and we need to go walk through this room in a very specific way. So, in order to get there, go through the middle part of the room, and then from the middle part of the room, go to the east side, and from there we need to circle around. Start going through this door of ours to the southwest. Sorry, I'm not very good with my cardinal directions. And then just circle around the room until you get back to that spot. Going through exclusively the door of ours after you open that first one. Killing enemies optionally along the way. Come on, open this one. I thought that Pilgrim's Door was actually this puzzle here. I remember stumbling upon the Hell Wyrm on my own my very first time through Final Fantasy XII. Well, very first completed playthrough of Final Fantasy XII. And I was misremembering things. You hear a door open in the distance. Yet that is our cue that we have opened the door that will lead to the Hell Wyrm. So let's head back over this way where the door is actually at, and then I'll get the party ready to handle it. So, I will see you guys in just a bit. Alright, and we're back. So, my intended party to tackle the Hell Wyrm is not this one. I'm opening with Balthier, Fran, and Penelo because I want Balthier to be able to, Balthier's going to be my main source of damage and tankiness. Fran, I'm bringing her in to use Wither on the Hell Wyrm because he hits kind of hard, and, you know, I had a change of heart. Let's drop... Well, no, let's keep Penelo in. She knows Haste Gun can heal a bit. So, yeah, Penelo is basically just going to function as a healer. Although, I'm actually... You know what? No, that'll work fine. Oh, I forgot to change my equipment up, though. I want to give Fran... Or rather, I want to give Balthier the Genji set, so that way he can do better. I also recommend equipping your main tank with a power armlet. This guy can inflict stop, and you'll definitely want to be able to get rid of stop. Worst case, if you're out of Chronos tiers, I do believe casting Dispel removes stop. Otherwise, you're good. Also, just in case, I think I'll give Bosch a power armlet so he can be immune to stop, and worst case scenario, I can swap Penelo out for him, and then he, being immune to stop, would be able to deal with that. Alright. Yeah, and then after I've withered him a bit with Fran, I'm actually going to swap in Ash. The Hell Wyrm is weak to Holy, so I want Balthier and Ash to be the main damage dealers, and Penelo's just going to be there and look pretty. Alright, so let's get on in. By reading the inscription. Wayfarer traveling the road of Arcades, the ascetic's door holds naught for you. That way lie trouble and confusion. You who are yet drawn towards the ascetic's door, count out your steps tracing suns round. At journey's end, the door embrace you. Yeah, I have no idea why we had to start over there, but you basically have to go clockwise. Oh. I didn't think we were quite there yet. Alright. Or, I didn't know we weren't quite there yet. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and turn on Fran's attacking gambit. Or put it back, so that way we're good. But that's basically my evil plan. Have Fran prioritize Wither over actually attacking, and then when the Hell Wyrm's not dealing that much damage, swap her out. Wait, then again, he actually attacks more often with magic. You know what? No, he also uses physical attacks, so we want to be able to weaken that. Oh yeah, look at the size of that health bar. Yeah, I had it sped up a bit, but that seems like a bad idea. But the Hell Wyrm, looks like he can also auto-death us occasionally. What shenanigans. Okay, so his damage output is low. So let's bring in Ash. I'm gonna keep this sped up as much as possible because, yeah, look at the size of that health bar. Yeah, I definitely recommend 4 times, and I know this looks... Oh, this is so chaotic. Oh, jeez. But if you play this at normal speed, you're going to be in for a long battle. It took me about an hour. Every 5 health bars you break through, he's going to use this ability here. But he's weak to Holy. I think he absorbs Dark. He's also actually vulnerable to Oil, so if you would like, you can actually hit him with Oil and then deal a lot of fire damage to him. I'd highly recommend that if you've got your Archer paired up with Red Battle Mage or Black Mage. Oh, wow, this is getting so tough to watch. Because then the damage output gets really insane. Oh, okay. I might need to slow this back down. I can't concentrate. But I don't want this battle to take forever, but it's gonna take a while. This thing has way too much HP. This was before the Final Fantasy crew realized that, oh, Holy's what inflicts stop. Okay. Or whatever that attack he's using is called. Yeah, definitely play as your main tank and keep his attention away from the rest of your party. He can cause petrification with a Stone Breath attack that he'll start spamming. He also loves to use Invert, so be very wary of having your main tank spellcasting a lot, like I'm doing. And yeah, so I guess while this is going on, I could ramble about things. Or switch to Ash so we have a better view. Yeah, I think I'll just keep this at 2 times, because it got way too chaotic for me at 4. Oh, jeez. Oh, Judgment, that's what it's called. Yeah, every time you break through 5 of his health bars, he's going to use Judgment, which has a chance to inflict stop. And he's not even doing that much damage. Yeah, the spells are really what you gotta watch out for, but with Penelo being so close to Balthier and using Kira, that's not really gonna cause a lot of problems. Yeah, Hell Wyrm is pretty, and yeah, despite the hugeness of its health bar, keep in mind that this is not the enemy with the largest health pool in the game. Not by a long shot, but you do need to beat this guy in order to have access to that enemy. Anyway, right, what I was saying was this was before Square Enix realized having inflated health bars to this degree was a very bad idea. I think they learned that lesson with Final Fantasy XI, which kind of offsets what I was just saying. I heard a story about a guy in Final Fantasy XI who was fighting a super boss there with a hugely inflated health pool and who ended up dying from something. He wasn't taking care of himself because this boss took him that long to defeat, and he died doing it and didn't get to it. It's a story I heard, but I don't know if it's true. Ugh. Yeah, I would have actually replaced Penelo with Bosch, since Bosch would be able to use the Holy spell to attack, but Holy has a long cooldown after you use it. If you're going to have your White Mage go offensive for this with a Holy spell, make sure you bring in someone else to handle the healing, because they will not get a lot of opportunities to do so. He uses a lot of spells, so if I had the thingamajig that reduces magic, I would have had Fran spam that a lot too. Sadly, I didn't find it. I should track that down. And I think I forgot to mention it, but Wither is actually found in the Penumbra. It's on the 3rd floor, I believe called Abyssal, in a big room that looks like you would fight a boss in it. It only shows up 10% of the time, but you can just keep exiting and re-entering the room until it spawns. It is a guaranteed drop from the chest, so you're good. If you would like, you can also use Espers to fight this guy. Ultima can deal a whole lot of damage, and if you manage to inflict him with oil, then Belias can actually do some good damage too. Since he uses a wide variety of spells, Zodiac might be able to do a pretty good job as well. Since Zodiac, I think, has really big immunities to everything, as can Exodus. If you're on the PlayStation 2 version of this game, I would highly recommend using Haste, Bravery, and Berserk on someone wielding Excalibur. Since you can't speed up the game speed on that, you want to get a huge combo rate going with a holy elements with the holy element, and Excalibur is the best way to do that with Haste, Bravery, Berserk, and equip them with the Genji gloves. On the Zodiac Age, it's a bit easier to handle, so yeah, definitely bring in a Knight if you decided to use one, since they can use Excalibur. A White Mage or a Monk can do really good damage with holy spells, especially if you paired up the Monk with a magic-oriented job like Black Mage or Red Battle Mage. And even if you didn't, the damage output might be good. I don't know if it'd be a good idea to have Redis using Holy if you still have him in the party when you decide to attack this guy. Redis does know Holy, but I don't know if he has enough magic to actually utilize it properly. I only ever had him use it against flying enemies, which he otherwise couldn't hit. Yeah, as he starts to get on his last legs, he'll start to spam Rake and Stone Breath. So definitely wither him. Wither him when you get the chance. So that way that doesn't deal as much damage. Judgment is Holy Elemental, so the Sage's Ring will allow you to reduce the damage you take from that. And due to his size, it can actually be very tricky to make sure everyone can stay healthy, since there's a good chance that party members won't be in range of each other to target with abilities. So definitely run around as your healer or someone else, so that way you can make sure you're guaranteed to stay in range. Also, with this guy, you can actually leave the boss room at any time, and he won't recover his HP unless you leave him alone for a very long time. So if you need to fall back and regroup, leave the room to save the game, you can do that. On the Zodiac version, in the Zodiac Age, you cannot do that on PlayStation 2. But in the Zodiac Age, you can take breaks while fighting this guy. Let's get Nello out of there first. And then Ash. Oh, this is getting so... Yeah, we're at the part where he spams Stone Breath. So I'm gonna stay as Balthier to make sure the Stone Breath doesn't hit Ash and Nello. Well, too much. Already failing, but fortunately my healing gambits don't seem as necessary since he can't hit as hard thanks to all the withers Fran pulled off. I love having a foe breaker. I think Time Battle Mage also picks up withers, so you don't have to use a foe breaker, but it's a good job anyway. I'd recommend it. Oh, man, that's getting really tough to... Ugh. I don't know, I just cannot watch it at 4x4 speed, but I'm so glad it's there to speed this up. Judgment again. Fortunately, this might be the last time he ever does it, since I think these are his last 5 health bars. I don't know... Ooh, excuse me. I don't know exactly how much HP each health bar represents. But this guy is a pain. Chronos tier Ash, as she got hit by Judgment. If you're really nervous about invert, you can turn off your White Mage's offensive gambits, so that way all they do is buff and heal. Well, I should say, not White Mage, but your healer's offensive gambit, so they only buff and heal. It's not a necessity, though. But it looks like we've gotten to a new phase where he's going to use invert and then a spell to try and kill someone. But fortunately, we're staying on top of the healing. I suppose that also does make it possible to spam quickenings if you're into that. I think I ran out of... oh no, never mind. I thought I ran out of X potions, but I think Ash is just too far away to hit Balthier with it. If you would like, a very good tactic would be to, when you see him readying invert, to start casting a healing spell on his main target, so that way the spell should go off by the time it hits. Otherwise, yeah, just heal through it, deal with it, you're fine. I'm so glad this actually went a lot faster than I would have thought it would. I was expecting a lot more trouble, but this actually went pretty quickly. I wouldn't really recommend too much just setting your gambits up, going in, and then walking away. He can probably throw your plans for a loop, and the game would just be stuck if you did if your party leader died while you did that. Why did she cast Decoy first? She should be prioritizing healing. Weird. Oh wait, he has Dark Element. Maybe I got Judgment wrong. I don't know. Oh good, that was coming from the game. It wasn't my computer. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. Alright, and that is the Hell Wyrm taken care of. Thank goodness for being able to speed things up. I should have given Balthier the Genji gloves. Well, you know what? Never mind. I would have had to bring in someone else to tank. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call that an episode. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Spaced Oyster, signing out.